And welcome back to the IWAR Network Tubecast. I'm your host, Alex G. With me this evening, we have IWAR Commissioner Matt Riley, BRL Commissioner Larry Sullivan. What's going on tonight, guys?
Everything. This show is going to be action-packed. There's so much show. We might have to do a 3-part show.
We're not doing a 3-part show.
All right, a 4-part show. Let's be fair. 4 parts.
Yeah, sell yourself short. This is like a 7-part show.
What if we just chop the regular size show into the 4 parts?
This show's too big for one show.
10-minute clips. They're all done on TikTok.
No, we did not have a show last cycle. I was on vacation, and when I came back, I was very tired. So that's why we didn't have a show last cycle.
And you were banned from Disney World.
I was. I bought a lightsaber when I was there. So
how'd you get on the plane?
I had it shipped to my house because I was
smart,
fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not bringing a lightsaber on the plane.
I would have loved it though if someone caused a commotion. You're like, hold on, stewardess. I'll handle this. Then some dude cut the guy's hand off with a lightsaber.
we bought so much shit that we had to buy another piece of luggage.
Oh, you didn't do my tip for travel, by the way, from years of traveling for work. If you're going on a trip, you're gonna get lots of like T-shirts or clothing or items to pack. Bring all your oldest underwear, T-shirts, socks, and throw them away, and and then you have extra space in your.
Just
luggage.
leave them in the hotel room.
Neatly folded in a drawer.
I said, throw them away. Here's my old underwear. Thank you. You're welcome.
The big fucking skid mark down the fucking side of it.
That's why you buy black underwear. Come on now.
That's true.
That's actually, by the way, one of my favorite quotes of all time was my roommate had his kids over. He's making dinner, and he stops and goes, and he goes, and that, boys, is why you wear black underwear. Oh, Father's Day advice that still rings true. On that note.
Ridiculous.
Oh.
All right, guys. So this will be the June 2021 cycle in review. And to start us off, we're going to start off with the NWL.
Oh, no.
New Wave League number 167, Elite Champion, the Hebrew Hammer, Lance Horowitz. TV Champion, the Playboy, Mick Ferrari. Central Plains Champion, the Samoan Assassin. East Coast Champion, Toya Inoue. Great Lakes Champion, the Matrix. Mid-Atlantic Champion, Traditional. Northeast Champion, Shiloh Wallace. Pacific Northwest Champion, Sam Hain. Rocky Mountain Champion, Stevie Vertigo. Southeast Champion, Master Exploder. That's what my wife calls me. Southwest Champion, Knox. West Coast Champion, the Red Scorpion. League Tag Team Champions, winning 5 free matches, the Samoan Assassin and Toya Inoue. TV Tag Team Champions, Scott and Colossus. League 6-Man Champions, Messiah, the Headsman's Akuras Daemon, and Frederick the Flailer. TV 6-Man Champions, Stevie Vertigo, and the Samoan Assassins, and Toya Inoue. And your Battle Royal winner, the Hebrew Hammer, Lance Horowitz. So, Matt, what's going down in the NWL?
There is a lot going down, and I have to start with the horrible incident where Commissioner Dick Jackson was taken out in a cowardly attack by Colossus, who was demanding to be made part of the Young Lions title match. And I won't give away what's going to happen next. I will just say that as a player, or sort of behind the scenes, attacking the person who can possibly book you in a match as a way to get the match isn't the best way to go about it. There's going to be some repercussions, a response to this. It'll be good. But that was a big to-do. We also had another wrestler, game ender Adam Drake, who was a young wrestler, lots of potential. He came out to make his announcement that he had to leave wrestling for a while. He wasn't medically cleared after he got power bombed and beat up and hit by a chair by U.S. Mail. And then, shockingly, U.S. Mail came out to wish him well and say, hey, look, when you come back, let's have that match. And then they're out to have on the pay-per-view, we'll have that big match when you get better. And they hugged and raised arms, and then Mail clotheslined him and powerbombed him over the top rope onto the floor. a move that was stolen by the WWE mere weeks later for television when Roman Reigns powerbombed Dominic Mysterio onto a crash pad, which still looked great. I don't care if it was crash pad or not. But just, again, another situation where the IWAR did it first.
Yeah, we do that.
What's that?
Yeah, we do that.
We do that. I still say the Senya Lucha Neo Dragon Luther Alexander bit with being stolen by AEW was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay, so other stuff going on. I want to say that the blossoming feud between Stevie Vertigo, the current Young Lions champion, and his now former partner, Hebrew Hammer Lance Horowitz, son of Barry Horowitz.
Oh,
yes, that's canon in this storyline. They're now looking at each other for vengeful, bloody feuding, which I am a big fan of. I enjoy that. Zydrate is talking. He's actually going to be challenging Stevie Vertigo for the title of the Clash. He's getting pumped about that. And I should mention Shiloh Wallace did great, but also won a state championship. I'll talk more about state championships in a little bit when we go over our Iowa at large stuff. And of course, Nivek Largo will be challenging U.S. Male for the Hardcore Championship. And the way Dick Jackson laid it out, anyone who calls out or demands a shot at the Hardcore Championship will be put in the match. So that's going to be really interesting for that one. We have the Samoans who work with Stevie Vertigo, Running Wild, and apparently unstoppable, winning the tag belts and not losing them. A great promo from the California Gunslinger, talking about his time doing movie acting and getting attacked by Lone Star Redneck and his face all pummeled. So is his career in jeopardy? Some promos from the Riot Squad, which were very dark and sinister, a little rough to read. Mike Dynasty cuts a good promo. Lots of use of color, which is an interesting approach. I never thought about that, like using color to make names jump out of the page. That was well done. A good tip there, because I've always just used bolded names or like done capitals, but using red really made it stand out. More great promos from Fighter X. I'm a big Fighter X mark, so I'm always pulling for Fighter X to kind of win big. We talked about Colossus and U.S. Male. One thing that happens sometimes is wrestlers come in like a house of fire, okay, like a Ricky Morton hot tag. Yeah. They come in, they're cutting promos, they're taking titles, and you think these guys are going to be around for a long time, and then poof, they go inactive. So, we had some guys come in recently that cut a lot of promos. We've had about 20 new wrestlers in the last 3 cycles. So really doing a bit better than average. So I'm really trying to help retain them. And as part of that, some of the things we're going to be doing in the NWL are more what I call ongoing challenges. And years ago, we had one called the Teamster Challenge. Now, Alex, remember this one. I told Larry about this earlier. The Teamster Challenge is going to be a new feature. And I won't give away who's going to be part of it. But the idea of the challenge is there'll be a wrestler run by the commissioner. And they're going to have their strategy put out each cycle, so you'll know exactly what the strategy they're going to use every cycle is. And you can flow your tag team strategy or 6-man strategy around theirs. And the idea of this is to have this act as a 2 thing. 1 is a fun little competition. And 2 is to help teach players how to flow for better tag team and 6-man success. And what we'll do, the Teams of Challenge states that the first person to win a belt, a tag or 6-man belt with this wrestler, will win 5 free matches. Now, if a cycle goes by and no one wins, then it goes up to 10 free matches, and then 15, and up 5 every cycle until somebody wins the prize with this wrestler. I will reveal the wrestler for this challenge soon. But that's just coming soon. It's a way to kind of keep things moving, because I know we have a lot of like segmented, like All Rookie Cup, Bad Company Cup. And now I'll introduce this next one, which is called the Rookie Rumble. Years ago, the IWAR used to have a prize giveaway every month for like cash, and it was a lot of fun like that. And that's the old days. So what the Rookie Rumble is going to be is another contest, kind of like the All Rookie Cup, except what it's going to be is people who promo. And show that kind of skill. So like it would be like example would be like California Gunslinger, Mike Destiny, Fighter X. Those guys will qualify, right? So what will happen is the event will run 4 cycles long. The first 3 cycles will track all the scores. Whoever has the highest average out of all those scores over 3 cycles will be the first finalist, and the second finalist will be whoever scores the highest score in any of those 3 cycles. So it's a way to kind of give anybody a shot at it, and there'll be some prizes attached. So look for that. That's going to be in this coming issue. Things to talk about in general. Let me bang out the NWL events that are wide. So All Rookie Cup, after a grueling event, Flashy Jack Ferdinand was finally able to beat the Impact player Leon Phoenix in the double overtime finals, as it were. So congrats to Jack Ferdinand for winning that. The Mannequins won the Bad Company Cup, so that happened last time. But we also are starting the King of the Ring tournament, and this is an event just for NWL alumni. So it's a way to kind of keep things in touch and renew old rivalries. So more on that later, but I just wanted to kind of cover that one. So lots going on that way in the NWL. So there it is.
Yeah, man, I dig that.
Dramatic pause.
I was reading about how Hacksaw Jim Duggan was in a car accident, but
did he hit Iron Sheik?
He did, 100%.
Son of a bitch.
All right, next up, Battle Royal League, number 568. League champion, Mr. 605. TV champion, Dark Phoenix, FS. Central Plains champion, Chong V. East Coast champion, the legendary Frank Leatherman Snow. Great Lakes champion, Matthew Manslaughter. Mid-Atlantic champion, the Zombie Hunter, Matthew Porter. Northeast champion, Duke Nukem. Pacific Northwest champion, Sax Gotha. Rocky Mountain champion, the Nature Boy, Tommy Landell. Southeast champion, Silver Fox. Southwest champion, Nasty Critter, Brian Rotten. West Coast champion, Thrash. League Tag Team champions winning another 5 free matches, Sharpshooter Jake Scarlett and the Russian Rocket Alexei Smirnov. TV Tag Team champions, El Barbero and El Dragon de Oro. League 6-man champions, Stanley, Make 'em Pay, Hardaway, Chong V, and Yoko Tuna. 6-man champions, Dark Phoenix FS, the legendary Frank Leatherman Snow, and Duke Nukem. The Battle Royal winner, winning $50 in IWA credits, the Zombie Hunter, Matthew Porter. So, Larry, what's going down in the BRL?
Matt, what's going down in the BRL?
Oh, you dick. Hold on, let me get ready for this. Okay. Ginger ale, baby. A lot's going down. I want to mention one thing. This past cycle, we saw a lot of IWA oopsies.
Yeah, it was a rough one. This.
Yeah, it was apparently a new intern's first day or something. So, anyways, one of the neat things is they do, when they make mistakes, step up. So Yoko Tuna originally had won the Battle Royal, and they realized they'd made a mistake. They still gave Yoko Tuna's manager $50 in IB credit.
Look at that! God damn.
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty good move. I'll say that player-wise, I was more mad about the IWL being rerun because I went from league title shot and 2 TV title shots to 1 TV title shot, and I was like, God damn it! But I'm not bitter. So BRL-wise, a lot going on. We are going to announce a special bonus upcoming pay-per-views, just to kind of get this out of the way. The next one is the Autumn Anarchy pay-per-view. So what we're going to do is, some people have asked about having grudge matches. So we're going to have one feature grudge match on every pay-per-view, because a lot of people will notice that all of our qualification matches for the number 1 contender matches will often put our people who are feuding in the same match together, so they can have that match, have it out. So we're going to do one special grudge match. We don't know who that grudge match is going to be yet. It's going to be kind of like a thing of honor, to earn that match. But, that'll be in the works. Just want to kind of announce that. Where to begin? There's so much going on in the BRL. Whether it's Jax McAllister, I think kidnapping Sheldon Schrute's mother,
Yeah.
Sheldon cutting.
Someone's going to jail for that.
So Sheldon cutting the brake line of Jax's car and crashing into through the windshield. So, good, just boys having fun, just good old fun. Like the Dukes of Hazzard if they actually try to kill people,
I will say real quick, Jax McAllister, whoever runs Jax, they write a great promo every cycle. It's really funny. It's really entertaining. So keep up the good work.
There it is. I enjoy barbed wire promos. Any promo we rip out Jane Red's teeth is a good promo for me. I enjoy that. Like when I had Gina dump hot coffee on Betty. Just it makes you feel good inside. Or her warm all over.
Hey now.
Hey. I like that Truth is back, so we have a women's division that's growing, and we need more of that in the IWL too. But good to see. I don't know who Jane Crazy is. I don't know who runs Jane Crazy, but I'm welcome aboard.
From the Wolf's Den.
What's that?
From the Wolf's Den.
Yes, the Wolf's Den. I don't know who that would be. I'm not familiar with it, but that's okay. I do want to say that Dynasty is really making a big impact quickly. Dynasty, for those of you who don't know, this was one of my favorite things that ever happened in IWA, was there was a player who came to the game, told his friends about it, who used to play the IWA too, and without him knowing, they joined the IWA to feud with this guy and set him up and turn on him, and it was awesome. Well, those guys are all in the BRL now, and they're Dynasty, so they're a big stable, and they're doing their thing, and they're setting up various plot lines. But, Mr. 605, one of the members of Dynasty, so good to see that. I think it was like Frank Snow's promo mentioned, more NWL guys, will they have success? And it can be daunting to come to the BRL and see these big records and a lot of competition. But again, the more competition, the better. So please come aboard, stay active, promo. Let's see, Larry, what do you think stood out for you for your promos or promos in general?
Well, after I read the Holy Family TT, I had to take a few days off from the bulletin. Reading the list of endangered species that Vanity was having, I think, anally electrocuted.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, if you're going to get electrocuted.
Right, yeah.
That's the way I would do it.
Yeah. I agree. The Dynasty's arrival is really cool. Obviously, they had a great cycle. A lot of Dynasty guys on the title page, but a really fun faction I think is going to add a whole new dimension to the BRL. Tyler Dresden's TT. I'm so intrigued to see where this goes. Every cycle it takes a new, strange, bizarre turn, and I'm not sure what we can expect to come next, but I'm excited to see what he has coming next cycle. And just Gina Colada, what a terrible, terrible human being she is. DDTing a dog.
Hey, dog was asking for it.
Fair enough. It did belong to the Red Sisters, so.
Yes. I will say we have had some players go inactive lately, so hopefully we'll see R.A. Rude and Arrogance return. I don't think we're ever going to see the Young Games again. Who knows?
Fuck them.
But yes, brought to you by the man who, yeah. So if that happens, whatever. What are you going to do? Can't have it all. I will say that there's a lot going on when it comes to, the feud between Logan Kane and Adam Cash is kind of simmering. I like the whole Joey S. and Tommy Landell, Frank Snow triangle there with going on with the hot dog eating contest possibly, or a challenge. I enjoy anything that brings a new wrinkle to the game, like something you didn't think about. So like a competitive eater is fun to have in the BRL now. I will say too, it's also good to see that we have Victor the Possessed Iazimov, a holy terror, unholy terror, I should say, in the NWL has arrived And looks like Hawaiian Heartthrob's going to call him out and have a little beef there, which is great. Good to see old rivals resume. Loveburger and the Love Connection seem to be pushing limits, but that's okay. That's allowed. I would just say that I know some people missed the deadline. We saw some like Bill Bagwell.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah. Some people will tell me all the time, like, oh, well, I sent it in like Monday afternoon. And it's like, just send it in Sunday night, Monday morning, but don't wait. I see it happen over and over again. Someone's like, oh, I sent it in like Tuesday morning, trying to get it in on the deadline. Like, deadline was yesterday. Like, where else can you go and do that it won't be like,
catastrophic.
Right. Like, try that on the DMV, see what happens,
Or the public library.
Yes, they really don't like it late. So yeah, we got a lot going on in the BRL as always, and as a reminder, we moved the best of the best up from the BRL to now to be a best of the best, best of 7 series, to be a IWAR competitive series. So it's going to be one IWL star against one BRL star. And we're working on that as far as who will be. We'll announce that very soon. And, we have a revamped, revised, made-over IWAR Champions page to kind of help promote those things. And we actually line up all the championship title matches. So more going on with that. Just wanted to announce that for the Best of 7 series. I had some questions about that from some players. So that's what's going on with that. So that's the BRL right there, bud.
Yeah, man. I dig that. Next up, Independent Wrestling League number 140. League champion, the American Patriot. Television champion, Honestly Brutal Abe. New York City champion, Firebird John Satterfield. Los Angeles champion, Triple X, Extreme Xavier Jimenez. There's only 2 X's in that name, though. Boston champion, Dylan Matthews, the main event. Detroit champion, Nate Moneyman Barnes. Cleveland champion, Matthew Grabowski. Dallas champion, Primetime Alex Styles. Memphis champion, Donathan Annihilation. Miami champion, Nick Bloodtrap. San Francisco champion, Chase Grace. Chicago champion, The Chameleon. League Tag Team Champion, the Disembowelers of Mongrel and Meat Hook. TV Tag Team Champions, Primetime Alex Styles, and the main event, Dylan Matthews. League 6-Man Champion, Shocker Jimmy Electric, Princeton, and Rosanna the Three Birds. TV 6-Man Champions, Nick Bloodtrap, Nate Moneyman Barnes, and Frankie Cecchino. And your Battle Royal winner, winning 45 free IWL matches, Matthew Grabowski. So, Alex G, what's going down in the IWL? Guys, Wrestle Riot is approaching, so be on the lookout for that. Those matches will be sent in Cycle 141. The matches will be played. Cycle 142 is when the write-ups are due to me. Matt, do you have the list of matches in front of you that we have?
You dick. Yeah, I
don't have the list of matches.
Let me get that page up.
So, Matt, what are the list of matches for Wrestle Riot?
Well, we have the Kumite featuring the Black Superstar Bobby Bedlam, or maybe not.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, Extreme Xavier Jimenez, the Christian Warrior, Alexander J. Styles, Frankie Cecchino, the Teamster, well, not anymore. So Hiroki Fuji and the Freak. So there'll be a couple of additions to that Kumite special.
One of them being Logan Kane, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay, well, then let me. That's late night Logan Kane. He's a jerk.
He's a real dick.
Yep. Not one of those fake goals, plastic ones. We have our IWL Championship match, which is Neo Dragon defending against Che Guerrero, fellow member of the Revolution Extreme. What could happen? This is intense. Right, in Bucksnort, Tennessee, at a wall. Special facility to be named later. The Heavyweight Tag Championship, the Three Birds, Jimmy Electric and Prince Tun defend against Christopher Destruction and Kenneth Oblivion. We've got Johnny WrestleFest defending the Pan American Championship against Bulk Brogan. The Destroyer Apollo's Pain defending the Grand Prix Championship against Dixon Ticonderoga. I have Steel Cage rematch here. Alexander J. Styles versus the Dream Aliatari. Are there any matches I'm missing?
I think if Logan King accepts the challenge for Wrestle Riot, we're going to have Luther Alexander taking on Logan King.
I think that's. I would put that down in ink.
It might be a lumberjack match with Alexander clones surrounding ringside. So you only get a lot of Luthers for the price of one.
You're going to get a lot of Alexander. There might even be other Alexander family members in attendance.
Or are they all like dollar store knockoffs, like Luther with a U and both like UUs? Luther?
Not for nothing. When it comes to Logan Kane, the Russian government wants to speak with him because those clones are property of the Russian government.
Nice.
He's got diplomatic immunity.
Just been revoked. I'm watching. Lethal Weapon's been on like every day, I think, on AMC. So I've seen like 8 gazillion different moments of Lethal Weapon. But how do you not say that after somebody says that diplomatic immunity? I actually pulled that at work the other day. I knocked over a whole bunch of stuff, and they were like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Diplomatic immunity." No one got
don't forget, we have the finals of the Elite Eight, which is going to be Aliatari taking on John Satterfield. Also,
Elite 8 finals. So that's John Satterfield, huh?
Yeah, Firebird.
All right, Firebird.
To me, in my headcanon, he has a Firebird logo on his chest tattooed.
That's great.
That's in my head. All right, so that is Wrestle Riot. After Wrestle Riot, we're going to have the King of Pro Wrestling tournament. That'll take place at Madison Square Garden. So be on the lookout for that. We also going to have the MSG Tag League tournament. So, again, those are 2 upcoming events. And then after that, of course, we have Starrcade, which will take place in Las Vegas this year. Be on the lookout because post Wrestle Riot, there are going to be some pretty substantial changes in the IWL. So just be on the lookout for that. On the cover of Wrestling Wrap Up, we have the Backstabber, who is the funniest wrestler in the IWL, which is true. That's very, very true. We have Vic Venom's column, so take a look at that. And the most important 2 pages in all the IWAR. That's the truth. I'm not even being funny. That's legitimate. IWL Blaze 411. So everyone, please read this if you want to be up to date on all the happenings going on in the IWL. Fahrenheit does a fantastic job. Yes. We have a pinup of Samantha Soley. Everyone look at that for a minute. That's fun.
or 3.
We do have the final results of the 4-pack challenge. Take a Pencil does take it all, so they're going to get a shot at the IWL Tag Team Championship, Unified Tag Team Championship.
Yes.
At the King of Pro Wrestling. So, so be also on the lookout for that. So we have a nice cover of Revolution Extreme magazine. We have Everyone Hates Ricky Warrior, and everyone does hate Ricky Warrior. He's a son of a bitch. And some of my finest personal Photoshop work, we have a picture of Johnny Revolution and Neo Dragon. So that's dope. And god damn it, Senior Lucha with this cat. I don't know what he's thinking. Someone call PETA, please. We have another fantastic promo from the institution, Neo Dragon. So again, guys, especially if you're in the NWL, if you want to look on how to do TT the right way, read Neo Dragon. He gets it. I'm not just saying that because he's my friend, but he gets it. Fantastic TT here. We see an appearance from the Distant Barrelers here to kick ass and take names. So I can see them potentially getting a world title shot at the Three Birds, who have beaten everybody. They're probably the number 1 tag team in the whole IWAR, I would consider, just based on the names and the teams they have defeated during this title run. It's phenomenal. They did such a great job. They beat everybody. They beat everybody.
Yeah, they really have.
Oh, they're just. I don't know what's happening. It's insane. We got TT from Steel Cut Oats. He's hanging out with David Crockett. Apparently, David Crockett is not allowed within 50 feet of any elementary schools. So be aware of that. Just be aware of that. Backstabber has returned again, talking about the American Patriot and the Christian Warrior. Broke Brogan with TT finally. Thank God. I thought I was going to have to disqualify him in this Wrestle Riot match, but he qualifies now, so I'm very happy about that he qualified there. We have late night Logan Kane with his clones, with his Alexander clones, and the matching tracksuits, which I thought was a very, very nice touch. That's gonna be a hell of a feud. I think it's gonna be amazing. We have Alexander just Jay Styles. He's talking about Ali Atari. We have Temujin the Terror making an appearance here in the IWL. We have the Regulators getting in the Grace's face. That's something that could be interesting down the road. We have Satterfield, Oblivion, and Johnny WrestleFest out here talking trash, which I thought they did a really good job this cycle with their TT. So kudos to Christopher Destruction, Kenneth Oblivion, John Satterfield, and Johnny WrestleFest. Good stuff. Nas X is here, talking all types of stuff on Instagram Live. So nice touch with the social media, by the way. I do appreciate that. We do have a little recap of a Neo Dragon Fiction match. So like to see Fiction here too. I think he has a great future ahead of him, and see how far he can goes. My favorite wrestler, Dixon Ticonderoga. The man loves his Ovaltine. I gotta put that out there. It's true. I haven't had Ovaltine in quite a while, but it is quite delicious, by the way. And I don't know. I gotta be honest. I think he's gonna take the title at Wrestle Riot. So we have Joe Boring, Apollo Payne, Jordan Drake, and William Worthy. They're saying nothing interesting, so we're gonna move on. We also have Senor Lucha, Barry Stevens, and Ali Atari. Again, I don't know what they're talking about. It's really, really small. UVU Championship. What's that all about, Matt?
That is the belt Barry won in the BBL, and the plan was when he got drafted, he'll have he earned a title shot, he'll take it. He won it, and then it was like, okay, so they said we're going to do a elimination chamber match and have him face the 5 best guys in the BBL. There's no way he can retain it, and he did. So he's still the champion. And still talking about it. So he wants Joe Boring, though. That's his big thing. He wants a piece of Joe Boring.
He doesn't want a piece. He wants the whole thing.
Right. Right.
Oh, you have the Chameleon here. Is it correct? Did I hear there right? He's the new #1 contender for the IWAR Championship?
He'll be challenging Joe Boring at a Magic Clash 3, which I'll talk about that in a minute. But the Chameleon, everyone's pulling for him.
That's going to be a big.
What's that?
That's going to be a big match. I'm excited to see how that turns out.
That's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. You can cut the electricity with a knife. They're going to be hanging off the rafters. It's going to be great. I can't wait. It's going to be a hell of a show.
Batten down the hatches.
It's going to be a happening.
We have TT from also the American Patriot and Christian Warrior, and as well rounding out our TT for this cycle, Amazing Grace with fantastic TT. So again, very solid all around with our TT this cycle. So I'm very happy with that. Please keep it up. Make sure you talk about your pay-per-view matches if you have some. If you have any for Wrestle Riot, so make sure you talk those up. You want to get in the habit of doing that because that's super important. And guys, just be aware of the changes that are coming. And I do. There's a half-hearted expectation that that people will have to react to the changes that are coming shortly. So I know I'm talking about that a lot, but I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be real interesting. Be on the lookout for that. Matt, what do you got for us IWAR wide?
I have a lot IWAR wide, actually. I did want to mention that it wasn't really mentioned, I don't think, on the previous shows. But We've been doing the IWAR Tubecast for 5 years.
Right? Insane.
2016 April was the first show. That was episode 1. And yes, you can still find it on YouTube if you want to, bleed from the ears. But, there's a lot going on. So where to start? Well, we talked about the All-Rookie Cup earlier. So the big event every year is the Johnny B Cup. It is down to the final 4. In one bracket is Jax McAllister, the out of nowhere underdog, Cinderella, dark horse, whatever you want to call it, taking on last year's winner, Timothy Zastampowski. So talk about a huge matchup. Then we have Senor Lucha, who won the very first Johnny B Cup, taking on author of Agony, LePage Turner. So that's going to be a thriller, a happening, as it were. Who do you guys like in those matches? Who do you think is going to be the finals?
Dick Jackson.
Dick Jackson. In a surprise move, Dick Jackson names himself the finalist. Then we have the Murano Memorial, another prestigious, huge event. And this final is a triple threat match, and it features Alexei Smirnov and Jake Scarlett, War Pig and Lady Swine, and Harlem Hamilton and LePage Turner. So one of those teams will win, and then there'll be a prize breakdown as far as, again, like these prizes, don't forget, first place gets $80 in IWA credit. That's the tag team, all right? The second place is $40, $20, then fourth place gets $4. So, enjoy that. But not only do the winners get the $80 in credit, they get an IWAR tag team title shot at Magic Clash 4. So Johnny B Cup, also keep in mind, first place gets $100 in IWA credit. They get to drop 50 losses. They get a trophy. They get $500,000 in iCash. So second place is $50 in credit. Negative 30 losses, $100,000. So it's just, these are big events, and this is because everyone who plays in the IWAR, that gets involved, who joins these events, this is what fuels it. And because we use the scores from the game, the money that is spent to join these events goes right to the prizes. So it's a great way to have it set up. We talked earlier that the Chameleon defeated Harlem Hamilton in the finals of Best of the Best 1 Tuesday Night Titans. And on our next show, we'll talk about the Best of the Best 2, which is going to be, lineup will be introduced very shortly.
Best of the Best 2, the Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, I knew you wanted to say that.
Which I want to pitch, the final of that should be Electrified Steel Cage. Hence the Electric Boogaloo.
Right, right. The Lethal Lottery Tag Team Tournament, as many of you watched and or heard, Scott Franklin, who was the man behind this and stepped up to take care of it, he and I did a Zoom, recorded it, and lightly edited. There was an hour and a half of beforehand just talking about stuff that I didn't really think about not recording the whole entire Zoom until the point of the show began, but you learn. But you can see the matchups in this coming issue. As a preview, I'll give you the quick matchups. You have Double R Rob Ratliff and the Lone Star Redneck from the NWL taking on Nick Bloodtrap and the Hawaiian Heartthrob. Fighter X and Stevie Vertigo taking on the Freak and Nate Moneyman Barnes. Dixon Ticonderoga and Monster Truck Tanaka taking on Firebird John Satterfield and Magnum TL. Stanley Hardaway and Lee Tigation taking on Frank Leatherman Snow and Superstar Chris Champion. Alexander J. Styles and Jake Flashy Jack Ferdinand face Steel Cutouts and Zydrate. Or the, never mind. Hillbilly Kevin, Agent 26, taking on Neo Dragon and Tyler Dresden. Ghostly Shadows and Rodney Diamond take on Love Burger and Money Driven Mike Sebastian. And Punk Rock Mike and Ace Fury in the fan favorite pick take on Johnny Vegas and Jax McAllister. So remember that these matchups are determined by each individual's score. So if it's a 500 for Double R Rob Ratliff and a 500 for Lone Star Redneck, they get 1,000 points. So that's how the match is decided, okay? And the final team that wins will go on to challenge for the IWAR World Tag Team Championship. So, exciting. Yes.
Yay.
Also, starting up this cycle coming, Summer Series number 4, we have 27 entries. So that means that first place, I believe, will take home 80% of the entries. So quickly doing math. All right, let's see. It's 27 times 5 is 135. So what's 80% of 135, Alex?
$6-7.
That's all?
No.
All right, it's probably going to be like $80 or something like that. But you know what? It's going to be a lot of money. So it's still going to be cool. IWA credit prize for Summer Series 4. And again, this is the grueling event where it's you advance based on your average of the first 2 cycles. The top half of the field advance with the best average, and then it's again the same thing on. So it's a really hard contest to win. I want to remind everyone that the Name That Jobber contest, the voting is open. We have a clear leader right now. The top 5 are Gas Station Dick Pills, Lumberjack Tim Burr, The Fixer, Han D-Man, Speed Demon Rusty Gears, and The Manaconda. So go now and vote. The link is on the IWAR homepage. I sent it out. I do want to mention State Wrestling Championships came out today, and we had 11 winners from the IWAR. We didn't break our record with 23 states. There were 11 state championships, but we had to congratulate The Mannequin, Master Exploder, Shiloh Wallace, Flashy Jack Ferdinand, Punk Rock Mike, Agent 26, Seth Adams Lee, Wildfire Betty Red, Dixon Ticonderoga, Frank Leatherman Snow, and the Hebrew Hammer, Lance Horowitz. That's right, Barry Horowitz's kid. All captured state championships. And we apologize to Dixon Ticonderoga for winning New Jersey. Sorry, pal.
Gabagool.
Gabagool. Oh, Gabagool over here. This guy. I'm not tired. Let me see. Let me check off my list. The Bound for Glory Tag Team Derby and Triple D Cups signups are underway, so get a hold of me if you want to be in that. Send me a message. IWAR Draft, again, mention it. We have 2 entries so far, Luther Alexander and the Total Package U.S. Mail, so if you want it on the IWAR Draft, it is the event of the year, and we're going to do it in a really different way this year. It's going to be done on live video, so you're going to see all the events, picks live. Asterisk. The Queen of the Ring's underway. I won't give away anything with that. I do want to add, we had a lot of positive feedback about the Lethal Lottery video and the event itself. So we're going to add a 6-man version of this Lethal Lottery later in the year, possibly very end of the year. We'll see when we actually end up booking this. But it's going to be soon, and we'll announce it. It's going to be called Devil's Triangle.
Oh.
So get ready. Because that's how it is. Let's see. I do want to mention, we don't do this enough. I want to plug Retro Wrestling Presents. This is how you're watching this now. But check out some of the shows. There's so many good shows in this library. Alex, you want to talk about what they can find on your page there?
Well, yeah, we have various shows of various qualities. We have the AWA 1990 project where we discuss and rebook AWA 1990 in the dying days, and we're going to try to keep them afloat. So that's a great. We have our Retro Wrestling Games Presents, which is a video game review show / podcast. Someone got mad at me the other day because it instantaneously turned from a review show to a podcast like real quick. Which that's literally the format of the show, though. So
yes,
we've been doing that for 5 years. So get used to it.
Hey.
That was weird. We don't have any. I have a couple shows. I think I have one show like ready to go in the can already. I just got to get it out. I'm looking to review some going more and more deeper into like Raw versus SmackDown and the SmackDown series in general. Take a look at that. So we might have some new stuff there. I don't think we're ready to announce that coming down the pike. We'll see how that goes. So please, again, when you go watch any of these videos, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Leave a comment. Super important. All that kind of good stuff. And in addition to that, if you really want to support the channel monetarily. We do have an Amazon. We are an Amazon associate. We do have an Amazon link. So again, you're not, you yourself are not giving me any money, but Amazon will give me a couple of shekels here and there if you use that link to do your normal Amazon type shopping. So if you buy stuff on Amazon, it doesn't cost you anything. So it's free. So you don't spend anything more than you would normally spend. We just get a portion of that, and that gets placed right into the coffers. So we made a whole $7 last month. So
hey, look at that!
Keep up the good work, guys.
There it is. And I will also mention that if you're newer to the game, check out the How to Win the IWAR video. It's about 20 minutes long, but it's a good primer to pick up on some terminology, some of the basics. And this way, if you watch that, then you can watch the IWAR Gold Strategy Tubecast, or not Tubecast, workshop, which is on Zoom. And it's the Thursday before Gold Run. So it's this coming Thursday. It's probably going to be after you hear this. But it's a great way to kind of talk about options, what's out there for various drops. And Larry's been joining me and helped me with this, which has been great. We have a new conspiracy theory that I think it worked pretty well, is going on the assumption that the IWA will do whatever will be the most problematic for the rest of the federations. I think it works.
Like that time I won the league championship, I didn't even change my strat.
Yes, that's exactly how it works.
Damn you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
We need another video that's coping mechanisms for when you hit a 485.
Right. Yeah. I also want to mention that you can find the videos, the various strategy videos on my own page, but you'll see it when you get there. And I announced that Larry and myself are working on a special episode.
Oh, fancy.
July, and it's going to be the state of the BRL. I've had a lot of players who are newer coming to the league or asking about the league, like what's going on, who's who. So the state of the BRL will be kind of like a one-shot, once-a-year thing we do to kind of just go over what's going on there. Talk about who the players are and the wrestlers, and it's just a good way to kind of check in and see where we're at. So that's going to be in the works, and hopefully if I get my ass together, I'll get that all ready. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, that sounds fantastic. All right, guys, so we are officially out of time. So...
Oh, wait. What about, we're going to do that last segment. Remember the...
Oh, yeah, that new segment. What was the segment called again? I forgot.
It's the biggest assholes in the IWA. We're going to talk about the biggest dirt bags, the biggest pieces of shit, the biggest jerks. So we have time to finish that, right? Can we do that today?
No, we are officially out of time. So for Larry Sullivan, for Matt Riley, I'm Alex G. Have a good night.